Hello, today I want to show you how to use the info extractor into a real case scenario. And I'm going to use GoHighLevel to showcase that. And for doing that, I will also show you how to create an outbound workflow for triggering, making calls to someone in GoHighLevel. So we need two things. We need a Synthflow account and a GoHighLevel account for sure. The prerequisite for the GoHighLevel, you have to install our app inside GoHighLevel so you have access to the actions that we're going to use. So Synthflow here, install, please install it under your sub account and please be sure we have it. Then you need an agent in GoHighLevel. I just created one from our templates. I think I used yes lead qualification buyer. So I think this one is the real estate one. Click on it, start from it. You can use anything you want. I just prepared this. Be sure you finish up the setup, like going through the configuration, prompt, deployment, where you set up your campaign and have a phone number. Be sure to do that because I've seen a couple of people forgetting about that and wondering why it doesn't work. So let's start with setting up the first thing, which are setting up the actions. What do we want to find out from the call? So the info extraction is basically the same AI that analyzes post conversation the transcript, the conversation itself, and it extracts if there finds that information from the conversation, it extracts that specific information out of the transcript. And it could be reused in custom fields and other fields that you want to populate in. It's basically a ChatGPT action that we have in GoHighLevel, but here as well. I will show you how to use that as well. So let's see, what do we want to find out of this transcript? I'm going to add the first thing because it's quite a common thing, the email. So let me go back and show you what I've done here. So when you add a question, you pick from three types of questions. Yes or no question, which is pretty straightforward. A single choice when you give it multiple options, and an open question. Let's start with an open question. Let's find out the email. What is the email of the user? It's pretty straightforward. Use the third person point of view here. Ask the agent to, hey, what is the email of the user? It's like talking with them, like talking with GPT. And here it's good to give it at least three output examples. For emails, it usually it's pretty straightforward. But if you're like looking for identifying an address, so what is the address of the user? You should output here some example of addresses in that specific format that you want, because we know different people, different countries use different type of formats for the address. So let's give here some examples for the Synthflow.ai, alex at google.com. What else can we do? Something random. Jane Doe at acme.com and John at doe.ai. So give more examples. This is really helpful for the AI to understand a bit more what you want out of him. You click create and you save that. Here it means it's enabled. Let's do one more. What can we find out from this conversation? So the email, the location. Let's see. This is a real estate agent that is looking in what area the user is looking for a property. Let's ask that. Let's see if it's an open question. All right. Location. Let me paste this. In what location is the user interested interested to buy or rent. What locations is interested to buy or rent? Okay, and here we should give a couple of formats. So it really depends. You either give it like Berlin, Germany, or like just cities. It really depends on what you want. Paris. All right. Okay. This is another one. Let's see. Should we ask? No. No. For the sake of the example, let's keep only those two. So now we did set up those. I will also show you how to use a GPT action inside GHL to extract some of the information here. So let's go now to GoHighLevel. Let's go to automations. Let me go. I prepared here a demo from scratch. So let me explain you. We're going to do an outbound call right now. And the outbound call requires two workflows. One workflow to trigger the phone call, and second workflow to capture the phone call, the transcript, and all the conversation data. In a similar way, you would do it for inbound, but for inbound, you only capture the data. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's start. We click create workflow. We start from scratch. Let's rename it trigger call. All right. Let's add a new trigger. You can start with anything. You can start with a form submitted and any other trigger here. But for the sake of simplicity, I will start with a tag, contact tag. Let's see what tag should we add. Tag added. Let's pick start call. I already had it here. So when a user from GoHighLevel receives this tag, we'll start a call. Okay, this is good. Now what we need is to wait a second, make a phone call. So here is really important to pay attention to those inputs here. First of all, we have to add the model ID. Both the model ID and the API key are easy to get. You have several spots where you can get them. The model ID, it's in the header here. You just copy it. Or if you go to the deployment, GoHighLevel, you see you have both model ID and API key in a single place, so it's easier for you to get it. So you copy the model ID, you paste it here, you copy the API key, you paste it here. Now, we have two more fields that we need to add, the phone and the name. Phone, you use the contact phone, please always pick raw format. So we're going to use the raw format because our app uses the raw format to trigger the calls. The name, in a similar fashion, click here, contact, use first name, last name, full name, whatever you want, not mandatory. Then we have the prompt input. Please don't use this if you're not an advanced user, leave it empty. Key and value. Let's go check if we have any. Inside our prompt, we don't have any variables, so we don't need to do that. If we had a variable, we had to put something there. Let me give you an example. Hello, lead name. I'm calling from Majestic Estates. Okay. So right now we created a variable. Let's copy this variable from here and paste it. Actually, we don't need to paste it. Lead name. We need to keep the formatting similar, but we don't need to add the brackets. That's all. Let's add again the contact first name. All right. This is it. So right now we can save. We have this and we can start playing with it. Try test it. I'm going to test it in a second, but I want to set up the other workflow. Give me 1 second. So now let's prepare the other workflow as well. So we come back, we have this. Published. Let's create the inbound webhook. Start from scratch. Get call data. And that's it. First thing first, go to settings, allow reentry. Please be sure you have that. Click save so you don't forget. Here, click and look for inbound webhook. So this is the trigger here. What it does, it will search when a new call is made and it will pull the data here in this workflow. What you have to do first is please copy this URL post get here. Be sure you can click on this one to be sure it copied. You go back to Synthflow, you go to deployment, webhook, paste it, click outside the input, initialize, changes have been saved, it's enabled. Leave it like this for now. We go back to GHL and we're going to click fetch sample request. We have a demo sample request, but because we added right now some actions, we need to do a sample call so we can fetch the correct actions so we can have them so we can reuse them. So let's trigger a call. You can trigger a call here in the test your assistant on the right side. It has the same effect, but actually let's try out triggering it inside GHL. Give me 1 second. So we can also test out the first workflow. So the first workflow, which is here, let me see. Right. I have my phone number here. Give me 1 second. Oh, hey, sorry, forgot to update my contact in GHL. Please allow reentry and let's test out. No, actually, I forgot. Ah, damn, I didn't save this one. So we have to redo it. Here, inbound webhook, copy the new inbound webhook, remove it, paste it here, initialize, saved. All right. Fetch sample, select this sample request. This is a demo sample. Save the trigger, create contact. Let's do it phone. Add here the inbound webhook trigger, lead phone number. Save action, save it, publish. Let's keep it published. And right now we'll come back to it later after the first iteration. We go here, and let's start doing the call. Alex, let's run the test quickly.
Hello, Alex. I am calling from Majestic Estates. I've seen you complete our form on the website about buying or renting. Do you have a couple of minutes to finish the request?
Yes, let's do it.
Great. Let's start with the location. Do you have a specific area
Yes, Silicon Valley
in mind for your new home? Silicon Valley, got it. Now, could you tell me about the property specifications? How many bedrooms and bathrooms are you?
2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, noted. Could I also get your email address to send you some property listings?
Yes, it's alex@gmail.com.
Got it, Alex. Are there any must-haves or deal
No,
breakers
thank
for
you.
Like
So no, that's enough. So I can show you these things here. So let's see, you can test them out here if the actions were popped up correctly. And now let's go back to GHL. Let's go to the inbound webhook. We see that we got, not this one, sorry. The first one here. What I need is click here. Now that we got the new call, we should see it here. This is the new mapping reference. This should contain the information for the info extractor. Click on it here. All right. And okay, email choices null. Right. Email. location, right, choose this one, click save. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to show you. So, but first, give me a second. Click save, so I don't forget. All right. What I love to do first here is to, this is more for inbound, but helps on the outbound as well. So you could do here an if condition, and you add here the first branch found contact, right? And you would pick right, where the contact details phone is not empty, right? This is good. And below we can do didn't find contact, click save. All right, so let's also name this condition found contact. This one could be find contact. All right, so if there's the contact doesn't exist based on that phone number, it's going to create. We do here create contact, and we add we add here create contact. You use the phone, pick up the inbound webhook, call lead, phone number, click save on this. And here, this action should be, let me just replace it, find contact, because I know I've done previously phone. I've done previously create contact directly, but usually I prefer doing like this. So find contact, I remove this one. Okay, so add find contact, you look for the field, you create a find contact here, and let's add here what I would love to show you first of all. First of all, let me show you what a GPT action it is as well. GPT powered by OpenAI, add this here, and we can name it number one summary. And we need to prompt it in a specific way, and I will pull that prompt here. So we can generate a summary. So I'm going to provide you with a transcript of a phone call with a bot and a human. I want to see respond, generate me the transcript. So we have the temperature, click save, we save this. So far so good, let me save this. We're going to update the nodes. Here, summary, we can add here inbound webhook trigger. No, sorry, go to GPT, summary, and the response of this action here. Click save. I just had to add this, save action, and we click notes. Right now, I wanted to go back to this branch here. What you're going to do is go to, click go to, save action, and we want to go here. So if there's no contact, we create a contact, and after we create a contact, we continue here. So this is straightforward. Right now, we have two fields that we're going to populate, which is the location and what else? What else did we had? So we had the email and the location. Yes, let's do the email. So here we do update contact field. What we're going to update. Right, let's choose email. So we are going to update the email. To find out the email from the execution, you go here, you go inbound webhook trigger, executed actions. This means all the info extractor actions. You click here, you choose info email, go deep further, return value. This is the one you need to choose, and the email. And then the email, it will be populated with this. The location, we don't have a location. We can add a location as well here. Location. Let's add the location here. It's the similar thing. Click here, inbound webhook, executed actions, info location. Where's return value location. Right, so we added this here in the notes as well. We click save. But there's also, this should be everything. I can show you how to extract, for example, use GPT to extract the bed and bathrooms. It's a similar fashion with a summary, but you don't tell the summary, you just ask for this. So uh, this should work. Let's say to give it one more call, but let me quickly check the contact. Okay, so I cleaned up the contact, nothing here, nothing in notes. Forgot to do one more thing into this demo, get call data. Let's also tag the user with add tag. After all of this, add contact tag. Let's add call made. So we know we made a call to this contact in GHL. Save this. Let's go and make a phone call. 1 second, test workflow. We're going to do a quick workflow and see if it populates the. All right, let's wait for the phone. Great.
Hello, Alex. I am calling from Majestic Estates. I've seen you complete our form on the website about buying or renting. Do you have a couple of minutes to finish the request?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Great. Let's dive in. Could you tell me which area or location you're interested in?
Silicon Valley.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat the location you're interested in?
Yes, Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley, got it. Now, could you tell me about the property specifications you're looking for?
2 bedrooms,
How many bedrooms
3
and
bathrooms.
do you need? 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Noted. Could I also get your email address to send you some property listings?
Yes, my email address is alex@synthflow.ai.
Got it, alex@synthflow.ai. Now, are there any must-haves or deal breakers for you?
No,
Like specific
no, that's all. Thank
districts,
you.
neighborhood?
All right. All right. Let's see how this has gone. Right. Actually, let's go to the contact straightforward. It should populate there into a second. Alex. Let's see the notes. Okay, here's the email. It populated. It took it wrong, but it populated. That's a good one. Notes. Oh, right. Summary. That's the most accurate location, Silicon Valley, and when it was created. Yeah, that's all. Let's sum up one more time what we've done here. Where it is here. So we need 2 workflows. The first one is to trigger the phone call. To trigger the phone call, we're going to tag a user, which we're going to do start a call. Then we're going to make a phone call action from Synthflow. You have to install the app for that. Add the model ID, add the API key from here. Model ID, API key. We do that. We add the contact for phone row, contact first name. We add key 1 and value 1 only if we have a custom variable inside our agent. For example, here or in the prompt. If you don't have, you can leave this empty, right? So this is to start doing the phone call and an outbound call. If we don't want to do this or we only have an inbound, we do get call. And what we're going to do here, first, we need to do a sample inbound webhook. We set this up, we copy this, we do it here, we initialize it here in under deployment, we paste it here, we use the sample request and create a contact. Then we start a phone call to get the new updated sample with the entity extraction, and we map out to the new one. So we can have all the new entity extraction that we want there. Then we can replace the create contact with find a contact. We do the find contact with the phone number. We then add an if then branching found contact, we look for the phone number. If it's not empty, we continue here. If it's empty, we create a new contact based on that phone number. And after we created the contact, we go back to this branch. Here, we do a summary out of the call. I will paste this prompt into the documentation. Then we add it to the nodes together with the location, and we can add here actually uh, several other details like the call duration, the call ID, the time zone, anything we want and have available, we can add it here in the notes. And then we update that contact with the email. To do that, we click here, inbound webhook, executed actions. We choose each what action we want to populate. For example, here the email. We go to the return value and we choose the email. And then after that, we add the tag, call made, and that we know the call has been made. So yeah, this is it. Hopefully it will make your life easier. See, call made. And yeah, thank you very much.